The United Kingdom offers several types of citizenship and nationality statuses, each with its own eligibility criteria and rights. Below, we outline the main types of UK citizenship and nationality, along with a brief description of each. 1. British citizenship. British citizenship is the most common and comprehensive form of UK nationality. It grants full rights, including the right to live, work, and vote in the UK. There are different routes to acquiring British citizenship. A. British citizenship by birth born in the UK to British parents. Individuals born in the UK to at least one British citizen or settled parent automatically acquire British citizenship. Born in the UK with no other nationality, certain conditions apply, especially if the child would otherwise be stateless. B. British citizenship by descent. Born abroad to British parents. Individuals born outside the UK to at least one British parent can claim British citizenship by descent. Limitations. This status does not automatically grant the right to pass citizenship to the next generation born abroad. C. British citizenship by naturalisation. Eligibility. Adults who have lived in the UK for a qualifying period, usually 5 years, and meet specific requirements can apply for naturalisation. Requirements include good character, sufficient knowledge of English, Welsh or Scottish Gaelic, passing the Life in the UK test, and meeting residency requirements. D. British citizenship by registration. Certain residents and minors. Specific categories of people, including some children and adults with certain connections to the UK, can apply for citizenship through registration. Examples: children born in the UK who lived the first 10 years without significant absences, or individuals with British Overseas Territories citizenship. 2. British Overseas Territories citizenship, BOTC. Previously known as British Dependent Territories. Citizenship, BOTC, is for individuals with a connection to the UK's overseas territories. A. Eligibility, born or naturalised in overseas territories. Individuals born, naturalised or registered in a British overseas territory. Connection to territories includes territories like Bermuda, Gibraltar, the Falkland Islands and others. B. Rights and limitations. Residence. Right to reside in the specific overseas territory, but not automatically in the UK. Citizenship can apply for British citizenship under certain conditions, particularly following changes in legislation. 3. British Overseas Citizenship, BOC. BOC is a residual category of British nationality, often granted to individuals from former British colonies who did not acquire the citizenship of the newly independent country. A. Eligibility, colonial connections, typically applies to those who were citizens of former British colonies. B. Rights and limitations. Limited rights. Generally, BOCs do not have the right of abode in the UK or overseas territories. Path to British citizenship. BOCs may apply for British citizenship through registration in specific circumstances. 4. British National, Overseas, BNO. A special status created for residents of Hong Kong in anticipation of its transfer to China in 1997. A. Eligibility, Hong Kong residency. Individuals who were British Dependent Territories citizens by virtue of their connection to Hong Kong and registered as BNO before the handover. B. Rights and limitations, limited rights, does not confer the right to live and work in the UK. BNO, visa. Recent policies have introduced pathways for BNO citizens and their dependents to move to the UK. 5. British Protected Person, BPP. BPP status protects individuals connected to certain British protectorates, protected states, or mandated or trust territories. A. Eligibility, colonial and protectorate connections, applies to certain individuals under British protection. B. Rights and limitations. Limited rights. BPPs typically do not have the right of abode in the UK. Citizenship pathway. BPPs may apply to register as British citizens under specific conditions. 6. British subject, a limited form of nationality for individuals who retained a connection to the UK, following the loss of British subject status in most former colonies. A. Eligibility. Historical connections. Usually applies to individuals who were British subjects before 1949 and did not become citizens of other Commonwealth countries. B. Rights and limitations. Limited rights. Generally, British subjects do not have the right of abode in the UK. Pathway to British citizenship. Possibility of registration as British citizens under certain conditions.